How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Should You Pull video. Woohoo! No more pinch out. Let's go. Oh gosh, that was really tiresome of an event, and like coming back to new banners and Should You Pull videos for me. It's like back to normal life, man. Feels good to be back. So it is me again, sick again. I don't know why, but every time I need to make a Should You Pull video, I'm always sick, but it is what it is, I guess. This time around though, I'm going to do something a bit rare that I don't think I really do or I've ever done. It's just that if you guys noticed, they actually announced that they will be releasing Reaper's archetype Reaper archetype modules with Executor, even though it was like 2 events later for CN, but they decided to move it forward because obviously they knew that the module makes Executor Alta or Executor the Executor. I don't know how to pronounce his name, so forgive me. I just call him Executor Alta. It makes him really good. So I'm going to actually have to talk about his normal form and with module in this video, and it actually has to do a lot with how if I recommend you to pull this banner or not. And because of that as well, the recommendation for this time is going to be a bit more complicated. So I'll give you guys the quote unquote short answer first. It's not really that much short though. So there's 2 types of people that I think can and should pull Executor Alta, and another type that shouldn't. So of the first type, if you are relatively new to the game, you don't have Lenar, and you don't have 2 of Mountain, Thorns, Mudrock, and Pennant. So having 2 of either those 4, then I think you should definitely pull him, because Executor Alta is it's just a great lane holder and just tons of damage. If you're like in early game and you're just coming into the game or something, you have tons of stages, he just counters them really perfectly, I would say. And obviously as a 6-star Reaper, he is still like way better than, in my opinion, La Pluma and whatnot. And having him as your first E2 6-star is also a really good choice, because his stair skill is also pretty impressive. Now, the second type of people that I would recommend to pull him would be people like me. I have everything. I got a lot of materials left. I have a lot of module chunks left. I have tons of material. I got plenty of everything, and I'm just like, okay, I just want another operator that will, you know, bring more fun into the gameplay, and like maybe some future stages where I would find a unique clear with him. For those of us that has a lot of resources, I would actually recommend to pull him. And don't be worried about the limited banner coming soon, even though that is also a must pull. But like, yeah, at this point, we're gonna have a lot of pulls, I would assume. So if you're anywhere, any of those 2 group of people, I would say go ahead and pull Executor. But huge but, if you don't have like over 100 module chunks left, and if you're like somewhere in between, which is like I would assume majority of the players at this point, yeah, skip. Don't even bother with him. And I'll have to go into why that is. So let's talk about Executor Alta. So like I've mentioned, he is a 6-star Reaper, and obviously because he's a 6-star, he's going to have way higher stats than Highmore and La Pluma. That's obviously. But what differs him from those 2 is actually his talent and his skills. Obviously his skills are really unique, and so are his talents. Now I have to talk about his first talent before module. So his first talent is that when he attacks, there's a 20% chance to attack another time, and within his skill duration, for every ammo he uses, that chance is increased by 5%. So if you do the math, after him using 16 ammo, that double hit chance will become 100%. Now this chance is resetted after the skill duration is over. So this actually helps with the double hit actually helps with generating HP upon attack. That is the trait of Reapers, and because his skills are actually SP on attack, This double hit also gives him 2 SP per attack, but it's like a 20% chance, or 23% if you're at potential 5. But you can see on the screen here, my Executor is 35 here. Now, this is the difference. If you have module level 3, the chance becomes 35% or 38% at pot 5. So that means all you need is to spend 13 ammos, then every hit after that will be double hit guaranteed. And the extra hit, so the second hit with the double hit, will also ignore 300 defense of the enemy. So as you can see, this is a huge improvement when it comes to total damage and DPS in general. But we'll have to go deeper later because it's also got to do with his skill. His second talent is not the best in my opinion right now. We'll have to look into the future, but as of right now, it's not that good. So for every Laterano operator on the field, his skills with ammo will have +1 max ammo, and that includes him himself. So if his skill has like 10 ammo in beginning, with him on the field, that's 11, and then another 3 more operators, that will be at maximum 14. So you can see that it actually stacks up to 4 layers only, so you can at most get +4 ammo. The problem with this is that there's just not that many operators that work well with Executor Altar, so I don't really think this is going to do that much, but because him himself will actually apply this buff for him, so it's actually not that bad, especially when we look into skill 3. So let's talk about his skills. As you can see, I would only recommend skill 3 M3, and we'll see why that is. So his first skill is obviously attack to gain SP. His attack range is increased to 2 tiles in front of him, and his attack will increase by up to 50%. And when he's attacking enemy, he'll ignore 400 of their defense. This skill has 8 ammo with with E2 talent. That will be 8 ammo, 9 ammo. I mean 9 ammo. So as you can see, with or without module, this skill has a huge difference, because with only 9 ammos, 8 ammos, let's say, because you have to hit 8 ammos, and then the 9th one will have more chance of double shot. So after 8 ammos, all you get is 60% chance of double hit if you don't have the module, but it goes to 75% if you're at module level 3. So that already shows his strength, and this skill is actually pretty awesome, I would say, because plus 50% attack with the Archetype is actually really high damage, also ignoring 400 defense. You actually just get a really grounded operator if you're like, especially if you're on the E1 Executor. If you're in the early games, it actually does quite good damage, and it's true AoE as well, so he'll just slash enemies easily, because you know this skill is also only 8 SP. So this skill is actually pretty good, I would say, in the early game. The only thing you have to look at is that he's quite squishy, as is with this Archetype, so just be careful with that. Maybe probably put him like next to a defender or something, and probably bring like beginners don't really have Scotty Altar, probably bring Perfumer to heal him passively. That would actually help him quite a bit. But yeah, don't need to M3 this skill, I would say. Second skill. So second skill is during the skill duration. Oh, by the way, hit to gain SP again, by the way. During the duration, he will have plus up to 80% attack, plus up to 80% defense, plus 1 block. And when he gets hit by an enemy's melee attack, there's a up to 40% chance to dodge. And when he dodges, he will regenerate 1 ammo. This skill has 12 ammo plus his own 1, that's 13. Now, again, module comes in once again. If you have module level 3 and you just need to dodge once, you will get more double hits in the like after the 13 shots is over. Without it, you probably won't even get a single double shot with the whole duration of this skill. 12 ammo, 13 ammo. So that's why this module is just so important. Also, as you can tell, because it is only 40% dodge with this skill, if you get lucky, sure, but I really wouldn't rely on this skill because, like, yeah, 40% chance. How likely is that? It's pretty low. And maybe you're thinking, well, I can just let, you know, those boxes or something get like really high attack speed and just stack up the chance of dodge. Just stack up the ammo. It doesn't really work that well because of his attacks, because of his increased attack, and because he is also AoE attack. He will just kill those really squishy like boxes and whatnot like in no time, and then you just won't get that much ammo. So yeah, this skill is kind of meh in its design, and I just really wouldn't recommend this as well. If I would actually still go with skill 1 if you're early game, unless you really need that survivability. Also, the block 1 increase will also give him more HP regen whenever he hits an enemy. But yeah, I don't think that's that big. It's just more survivability. Now, the true thing that makes him shine, skill 3. So as we are again, attack to regenerate SP, only 24 SP at M3 though. So during this skill duration, his attack interval is slightly increased by 0.5 seconds. His attack area is increased like his skill 1. His attack is increased by 180%. And whenever he uses 1 ammo, his attack is increased by 6%. Now you see where the ammo thing really comes in here. And also during the skill duration, his the HP recovery in his trait, so that is plus 60 HP per hit with module, 50 HP per enemy hit without module, is tripled. So it becomes 150 HP per enemy hit or 180 per enemy hit. And after the end of this, after the end of skill duration, he will deal 250% of his attack. That is the maxed out attack with all the buff from his skill 3 and the every ammo that he spent plus 6%. All of that, 250% of that as physical damage. So that's like a final huge explosion kind of a damage, I would say, but not really exploding. Now this skill has 16 ammos, plus his talent 17 ammos. So if you were using him without module, he would have 17 ammo and he would have 100% double hit chance on only the last hit. But if you change it a bit and bring skill module level 3 in, you're actually looking at 13 ammos in, and then the remaining 4 shots will all be double hit. And don't forget, throughout the whole process, you're also doing more double hits as well. So with module, this operator actually becomes viable in my opinion. Without his modules, I really wouldn't recommend him at all. In fact, I wasn't going to recommend him like about a month ago, except that I unlocked his module in my CN account and I was like, oh my god, this actually brought such a huge change to him that I started thinking like if I should actually recommend him, because I was like, oh my god, that is it just feels so good to play with him with module level 3. So that's why I came to the conclusion of, if you're in my position where you have a lot of resource left to pull, and if you're a beginner, go ahead. This will be a long-term investment, but it's actually worth it. Now, the only problem with this operator then is that we are less than a month from a limited banner. And also you need a lot of module blocks. So if you will need at least 12 module blocks just on him for him to be like viable at all. And that's just come to the problem where, well, if you're doing like SSS every time it refreshes, you're getting all the module chunks, or even if you like, maybe if you buy out the module chunks in the yellow certificate shop, yeah, sure, you can do whatever you want. But for the majority of us, do you really want to spend like your rare resource that is module chunk on this one operator? Unless you really like him, of course. And my conclusion is just no, not really. For the majority of the players, there's other operators that also gets really like huge gains with modules, and he's not the only one. And Is he really that unique? He's just another lane holder in the end. So that is why I came to this conclusion. So if you find this video helpful, I hope you can give it a like, subscribe, and maybe talk about like if you plan on pulling him down in the comments like section below, because I really want to see what people think about him. Because even for me, like I can't really decide on if I should recommend him to like you guys, because yeah, he is a very complicated operator to recommend, I must say. So that's it from me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Oh, by the way, don't give me bad luck this time, Yosta, please. I beg you. Bye.